Oh, it's 2 o'clock. Let's do this. Let's hide in a house somewhere. Let's actually not, because uh, I can't allow myself to do nothing at the moment. Let's just talk about it real quick. The DayZ village was something that I thought of, and that's something that was needed in this time where we are playing DayZ, because I think DayZ is something that a you can only do this with the goodwill of a community. Like if there's no community around, people will just stop playing the game. And as long as we have a community in DayZ, that's a good find. I think we can like overcome everything. The little amount of updates we've had until now. But to keep it fresh, you gotta give people something, and people have been just shooting everything and everyone lately. This is why I thought of the DayZ village. Like, if you have something else to live for, you completely like overcome everything, all the frustrations of the other side that DayZ can have, can offer as well, which is like all the bandits shooting you and that kind of stuff. And because all of you guys came together, providing for the village, fighting for the village, overcoming something, and I have to give credits to the bandits here. Even if I don't like bandits so much, but they are needed in the game. They made the village a very tense and sometimes stressful situation, and I think DayZ flourishes in the moments of despair. I think I have gathered great footage of the whole event, and I was there all the time. I made the daily update videos, and I don't know how much you guys appreciated them, because they are not as well watched as my normal videos would be. But obviously I also put lesser amount of time in them, because I've been also working that day, and I've been playing that day, and I've been making that video that day. So the last week has been extremely stressful for me. I have literally had less amount of sleep than I should have. But I think it was all worth it, because you guys came, in great numbers off to the village, and you said to me, like, Renee, this is the thing we've been waiting for. This is what we need. This is what I want for DayZ, because I have something else to do. And I think we have had some people who only PvP in the normal DayZ, and in the village event they have been literally defending the village all the time, dying, running back, defending, dying, running back, defending. And while I do think that sometimes it will get a little bit stale, so you need to keep freshening things up. I think that's really important, that you keep freshening things up with patches, with events, with whatever. But you need to have like a fresh situation, something else maybe to fight for. I think that's what we've done here with the DayZ village, and this is what all of you did, and I think that's really important. That was what I wanted to say first, like the value. I also want you to understand that this has also been an experiment a little bit. Like, what happens if you just get all the people together in one little village, and what will happen? And the worst will come out of people, but also the best will come out of people. And maybe this is what Rocket actually sometimes meant with DayZ, like the need to fight for that one can of beans. That's always something that he has always said to everyone, like the great moments of despair. Yes, Chronic, the village gives you a purpose, and I think that's a good thing. And I just wanted to say that I have talked to Spaggy about this, and Spaggy has been very generous to provide that server for the DayZ village. And I want to announce today that we will keep the DayZ server running, and while it will be staying online, I've also received many people. I think I've received 4 individual people who come to me and say like, Renee, fuck it, I'll provide a server for the DayZ village. No, I will provide a server for the DayZ village. And I think that's, you know, it's like extreme, because the DayZ server is like so expensive, but so many people want it. But we will keep the village running, and to give you also like a little bit of an environment for the DayZ village to get to know each other and to keep connecting to each other. I've been approached by DayZ. He's also in this chat, Daniel van Mol, and I will show you what he has done. Wait a second. Boom! New website where all of you guys can connect. There will be a news department, and there will be a forum where you guys can connect. You can see that on here. You can all register with your Steam account, and everyone can keep connected to each other. And you know, I've been very grateful for Dan. He has really made this possible, and he got this up so quick. He has got this up in 2 days. So with Spaggy and Dan, you know, we now have like an environment where we can do this. This website will be accessible via BarelyInfected.com and DayZvillage.com, and it is so cool that that this has happened. There's the village location on here, and it has members of the guard and gallery, and this will be a thing where something that I create will also be gathered all on this single website, and people can just be here and connect to each other. So Daniel van Mol in this chat here has made this possible in such a short amount of time, and get on it, register your account, and let's keep this going. And even though the hackers were there to ruin the day, I think they won't destroy the village. The village will always be there. Behind the scenes, Spaggy has worked so much on fighting the attacks and making sure all the weird accounts have been banned and the good accounts stayed on. And we'll all have to fine-tune this. So as we go along, we'll generate the rules, and we will all try and make this a good place, like a great community that we can all live in. And let's try and keep this fresh. And welcome to the village. This is the home of the DayZ village. So I think the server will be online at least for another 3 months. After that, we will look again at the status of how things will be. If you keep coming to the village, if the village will remain a popular server, we will keep this going. And We will have to see how things will work out, obviously, but we'll be re-evaluating this every couple of months and to see how it goes. And thank you so much for everyone's support in the village. The village, I think, as an experiment, has shown that if you want something to happen, you can make it happen, even without rules. Oh! Yeah, I'm down. Still sad about that. I was going to outlive the sickness, but then Koopa was right, sadly.